The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Café. This is the United Podcast Network.
It's time for a crunch or two. It's time for a little something something. It's time for the Snack Authority. The Snack Authority. The authority on snacks. Snacks of all kinds. From the most common and wildly famous to the most obscure and unknown. The Snack Authority. Snacking all the time so you don't have to.
Hello and welcome to the Snack Authority. I'm Sarah. With me is Dave.
Hey.
Our newest addition, Ben.
Hello. We have a new friend.
We have a new friend, believe it or not.
Right, not everybody can hang in there on the snacks every week.
No,
True.
it's
And
the
Ed Sullivan.
caloric intake and all that stuff that goes on.
It's a lot to handle.
Yeah.
It's a lot to
Let's
handle.
see if Ben's got it.
Yeah.
Do you
Can
snack?
you hang?
Can you hang?
Oh, I snack from time to time.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
see you.
Is it
I've
from
seen
time
them.
to time, or is it like...
When I say time to time, I mean between 8 p.m. and 8 a.m.
Yeah.
Okay.
I snack.
That's your snack?
From that time to that time.
Okay. So there's no intermittent fasting in your life.
No.
You're a night snacker. Okay. Well, our snack today is interesting, Dave.
It is. It is. This is something that's near and dear to my heart because I lived around the corner from it. It's been around for a long time. Actually, 1847. It says right on the pack, 1847. This is 2020 as we're recording this, so 1847. It's a long time.
Really good
time.
Do
thing
the
about
math on
these is they're COVID resistant.
And I think they last forever. Necco. It's the Necco candy wafer, and Necco stands for New England, which is where we are. You can tell by our accent, right? Most people can hear that. Can you hear? Necco Confectionery Company. Necco. And this was their pride and joy. But Ed knows more about this than I do.
I know a lot about Necco. And as you probably recall, Dave, they went out of business.
They
They
did.
declared bankruptcy.
Yep.
And, well, they were off the market for quite some time. And in the
Interesting.
bankruptcy proceeding, they put out a lot of their different products out for bid.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
Spangler decided to pick this up, and it took them some time, longer than they thought, because they had to recreate all the machinery. They didn't just ship it there, so they had to refigure out the whole manufacturing.
They didn't buy the machine from them, nothing like that.
You know, they say Necco was originally bought by Round Hill Ventures, and they said in the end they had to close it down for sanitary reasons.
All
and
right.
abandon that manufacturing facility.
That's not a good sign.
No,
And we're about to
no,
get it.
and I mean the thing,
I grew up in that neighborhood,
and it wasn't
and I
that
believe,
sanitary.
and I believe it. And I believe it.
You know, the way I always felt about the Necco wafer. Okay, 1847. Do you know they sent these with the Union soldiers in
Wow.
the Civil War?
In
Are you
the Civil
serious?
War.
Yeah, and
These?
again, they provided a ton of these in World War II.
And they won both those
Yeah,
wars.
but-
was it Necco because of that? Was that a major thing?
It seems to me this is not so much candy as it is provisions for an army.
Yeah, it kind of has that feel.
So now we know why we lost in Vietnam.
Yeah.
because we
No
didn't have the
Necco wafers.
It looks like chalk,
Yep.
but
Mhm.
also like Tums. And
Whoa. And it's not stale. That's the way it's supposed
oh
Right.
to be.
my.
And you can suck on it as long as you want. It never gets soggy or soft. It stays hard like this no matter what.
Now,
Interesting. I'm coming on to the
Wow.
black one.
the
I
re-
ate a
which-
black one right away, and I
Yeah.
think I ruined my day.
is
Okay.
that
Yeah,
the-
that's bad.
that's
Some,
the
some
That's
people
licorice?
so
don't like the
licorice.
black ones, and the weird thing is, I like them the most.
Oh my, you can have
Do you
mine.
typically like black licorice?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I hate black licorice. I kind of feel bad for people listening because the crunch is aggressive.
So the interesting thing was, were they going to recreate this thing? And would it be much different than it was before?
Well,
And I got to tell you, it's pretty spot on.
it's pretty spot on. You know, they over time Necco changed the formulation once to go more natural, and the consumers didn't like it.
No.
Ooh, that
no.
was minty.
So supposedly the only thing Spangler changed was the chocolate flavor to make it taste more cocoa.
The chocolate.
There's a chocolate in here.
That's what it says.
Oh, I bet you. That's
Is
the
there
brown
a brown one?
Mm-hmm. So the white one's a little minty. I don't hate that.
The black one is black licorice.
Yep, I hate
Yeah.
that.
That's the one I like. Not that I don't like them all.
The
Yeah.
orange one's got a citrus kind of blast to it.
The yellow reminds me of a
Oop, I found a brown one.
lemon.
Oh yeah, I got a brown one.
So I have like wafer. This is not what I think of when I think of a wafer. I think
No?
of almost a cracker, or like the vanilla, strawberry, chocolate, long rectangle wafers.
Well,
To me, this is like
As you can hear in
hardtack.
Sarah's voice, she's not from around here.
I'm not.
So she never heard of a Necco wafer. Ask
This
most of
reminds
you
me of
probably
like
don't.
hardtack candy.
yeah.
You
Well,
ever make that?
let
No.
me give you a little more historic context. It was a gentleman named Oliver Chase who invented a lozenge cutting machine with which he produced these wafers.
Hmm.
So I think it's more in the family of a lozenge of some sort.
Lozenge.
Ooh.
Um, yeah, I think the other thing.
The chocolate one was good.
Mhm.
It was they're
This is
hints
the
of
best.
each thing.
Well, see, Necco also, Dave, you'll remember the Canada mints.
Yeah.
They were just thicker, but texture-wise and consistency, it's a lot
Yeah.
like this.
The pink one is a pepperminty.
Is it refreshing?
It kind of is. My stomach's a little upset because I had too much for lunch, and it kind of is nice.
And I wonder early this morning what kind of snack we have to go through today. And
I mean, would you
it's
call
an
this?
amateur move. She's new. She's new
Yeah,
at the Snack Authority.
He said Necco wafers. I was like, oh, okay. And I thought it'd be like a
a
old
light
timey,
wafer.
yeah,
Like
like
a
a
cookie.
vanilla,
Yeah.
vanilla, yeah, or the, I don't know what they're called, but the rectangle,
Yeah.
layered ones.
Yep.
I love those. That's what I think of when I think of a wafer, not Tums.
I don't know what color I
Like-
just had. A little soapy.
Oh,
I like them.
Now, I have a question. Were these originally supposed to be designed to be sucked on? Because that's what it seems like with the texture and the consistency of it.
Mm.
That you were more designed to kind of suck on it and
I-
savor it as opposed to just kind
I
of chew
think
through it
so,
and enjoy a bunch of
especially
different flavors.
when
Well-
you understand the lozenge heritage,
Mm-hmm.
a lozenge isn't meant to be chomped on.
Really?
No.
Oh,
No.
I've been doing that wrong for 35 years.
Mhm.
You've doing other things wrong too, Ben. But
Well,
Yeah, but that's
we'll start there.
it's neither here nor there for the Snack Authority.
while you're all crunching and misusing these wafers, I'm going to tell you a little bit of snack news. Now, we always go back and forth over whether cereal is a snack and is it a snack before you add milk and then it becomes a meal, but, be that as it may. I think this is going to be an actual snack. New Fruity Pebbles candy bars.
Oh yeah, if it's a candy bar, it's inherently
Yeah.
a snack.
Yeah.
Unless it's a cereal bar,
Now,
which exactly it is.
Fruity Pebbles is already questionable as far as cereal goes. It just is.
What's
Oh,
wrong
sugar.
with Fruity Pebbles?
There's nothing wrong with Fruity Pebbles. I just think as far as sugar and color go, it already looks like a
Yeah.
candy. You know what I
Well,
mean?
Information is a little sparse right now, but it looks like it's going to be white chocolate or white creme, as they often call it on these things,
Because it's not chocolate.
with Fruity Pebbles in a 2.75 ounce king size bar.
Huh.
I mean, we'll try it if we find it. It doesn't sound.
Somebody has to.
Yeah, it doesn't sound that appealing, though,
I
does it?
see. Dave's made a little
Yeah,
Necco wafer tower.
like these are poker chips, right? So you could play. Everybody gets 2 things of Necco wafers, and you play, and at the end,
I'm all in. There you go. I'm all in.
There it is.
you don't
Yeah.
like them, Ben.
No, I've never really enjoyed Necco wafers that much.
You've had them before today?
Yes, I've had Necco wafers before. For some reason, where I grew up, there was a couple of older folks, and
They loved them.
they liked them, but it was also the candy that they decided that they were going to deliver to the kid, not deliver, but provide to the kids on Halloween.
Yeah.
Mm.
And to me, it was
Deliver.
always the most disappointing treat you could get
Mm.
on Halloween. Because you always want chocolate or you want
Well,
some of the good fruity
Yeah, but
stuff.
worse than candy corn?
I think they're worse than candy corn.
Mm-hmm.
What? No, this is not worse than candy corn. Candy corn's terrible.
You haven't had terrible candy corn yet.
This
We got an episode coming.
We got it
terrible
in store.
candy corn.
But
Um,
I can dig in on a couple of these. Like the
Yeah.
black licorice one is way too overpowering for me. I just don't like that standard flavor to begin with. But some of the other ones, like the yellow and the green and the orange, those aren't bad. They're actually a little bit better than I remember them being.
Mm-hmm.
I just keep seeking out the pink ones because my stomach hurts. So
And that's the minty
I'm feeling
one.
better.
This the peppermint one,
Yeah, this to
clear out
me-
your sinuses.
Yeah, a little bit. It's allergy
I like them
season.
all.
It reminds me of like
And they're fun to stack, right, Dave?
Yeah. And
Focus
you know,
chips.
it's 200 calories.
But that's not really much for the whole package.
The whole sleeve. Yeah.
And you're going to take, it's not like a regular candy bar, couple of bites, it's over, that's
No,
it. This
It's
is
going to last a good long time.
Mm.
I feel like they keep this in bowls around nursing homes. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. No, this is old
That's
people
the-
candy.
That's the vibe.
You know,
Yeah, kids are going to be disappointed. It's not sweet enough.
no.
But it's got flavor, it's got longevity.
You know what it reminds me of? Another New England staple. It's like the Moxie soda of candy, where a lot of people don't really like it, but the some people that do really love it.
My mother,
Yeah.
90-year-old mother.
She drinks Moxie?
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is big in the nostalgia candy market.
Yeah.
People had them as kids back in the 1800s. They still want them.
But in this whole 170-year time, it didn't make its way to Ohio.
Nope.
If they were good, you'd think they could have
Right.
made it to
I haven't
Ohio.
visited the nursing homes there, so I could just be missing.
But you
it.
never went into a candy
No,
store.
I've
and
never
you-
seen this before ever.
That surprises me because I still see
Really?
them fairly often around here, Massachusetts,
Well, it's
New
also
Hampshire,
New
Rhode
England.
Island.
Yeah.
New England, what confectionery company?
Yeah, well,
So-
Hershey's is Pennsylvania, but it's everywhere.
But it's also Hershey's. They're massive.
Yeah.
So
Hershey,
So-
Pennsylvania, and they're everywhere.
It really is in Hershey, Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah, it's there.
Yeah.
There's really a Hershey, Pennsylvania. I
Yeah.
think that it's named something else and they call it Hershey. No,
No. The
No,
town
it's-
is Hershey, Pennsylvania, and there's a big theme park there too.
I
Okay.
would keep a sleeve of pink in my purse.
Well, they don't sell it that way.
I know. I am aware. But I'm
Ed,
just telling
stop dashing her hopes and
you.
dreams.
I
Which-
would keep a sleeve of pink in my purse if I
Wh-
like ate some garlic at
What if,
dinner.
what if they sold them? You could buy the whole thing of chocolate ones, whole thing of pink ones.
Oh.
Right. Then you'd have just a whole bunch of unsold flavors.
Really?
I think so.
licorice would die?
Spangler bought it.
Yeah, I don't know why.
For some reason, I actually feel like the licorice ones would actually probably do the best
Really?
because black licorice isn't in a lot of. It's not a flavor used for a lot of things. Where a lot of the other flavors we've talked about with regards to the Necco wafers, they're used in a lot of other candies.
Hmm.
So I feel like, because Dave, you like the black
Mm.
licorice ones, I feel like those would actually probably sell the best because you don't have a lot of options for black licorice type candy.
That's true.
Yeah, I'd buy the whole sleeve of black licorice ones.
Wow.
But I don't just like any of them. And the new one is the chocolate one that they redid,
Yeah.
and that's really good.
Yeah, they were trying to make it more cocoa flavored. Now, in other news, we got this whole pandemic thing, but it turns out that PepsiCo is seeing a very strong annual profit as snacks and sodas thrive.
During the COVID-19 or whatever you call this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The packaged food company beat revenue and profit estimates for the third quarter. And of course, as a result, their shares went up. The sales of snacks for Frito-Lay rose 7% for a quarter. That's pretty substantial because they were starting from a very big base anyway.
Yep.
And there's been a higher demand for breakfast foods. So that's fueling their Quaker Foods business. And I think a lot of that is people aren't going to the office. I think a lot of people would grab something on the way,
Right.
and now they're having breakfast at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if those fast food drive-through breakfast places have dropped.
I would think, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You just never know.
You
All
know, as much as the junk food is up dramatically in 2020, and gymnasiums are down because of they had to be closed.
Yeah.
A lot of them went out of business. 2021, good investment.
Diet industry.
Diet and gyms are
Home-
going to go crazy.
Home equipment or
Yep, both.
Yeah.
both? All right. So this isn't just a place to learn about snacks.
No,
You
no.
can also get investment advice.
Investment tips. I'd say invest in the Necco Wafers. It's been around for 150, 170 years right now, and it's not going anywhere.
All right.
I like it. I think you got to be at least 50 years old or older, maybe, to like it. But that's it. That's the Necco Wafer, and if you think that's crazy, wait till you see what we have next week.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Café, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.